एक बंदा था, वो क्लोजअप कंपनी में काम करता। He was a marketing head. As we all know, Pepsodent and Close-Up, किस कंपनी का ज्यादा मार्केट शेयर था? कुछ पता है आपको? ज्यादा आप लोगों को फेमस कौन सा लगता है इनमें से? पेप्सोडेंट था कि क्लोजअप? मेरे हिसाब से तो पेप्सोडेंट ज्यादा मार्केट शेयर उनका था। अगर 7 नफर बाजरस मज, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर इस फॉरगेट करो, लेट्स फॉरगेट ऑल अदर कंपनीज फॉर अ व्हाइल, इफ वी सी दैट देयर वर ओनली 2 कंपनीज प्रेजेंट इन द मार्केट, द टोटल मार्केट शेयर वाज से 100 customers. Of the 100 customers, the 75 customers were going to Pepsodent and 25 were going to Close-Up. For example, let me give you an example. So, उनका वॉल्यूम ऑफ सेल्स जो था वो बहुत जबरदस्त था। 100 में से मार्केट में 75 पीस उनके बिकते थे, 25 क्लोजअप वालों के बिकते थे। साइज को बढ़ाया। आदत टूथपेस्ट कपिल शर्मा के चैंड चीर वो छोड़ दो, वो ये मकवान ऐसे कि अमिताभ बच्चन को कभी आपने बाथरूम में किया है, वो ऐसे साबुन टूट के वो लगाया है। इसी तरीके से हमारा एक नॉर्मल कैलकुलेशन होता है, जब हम टूथपेस्ट सुबह यूज करते हैं, अच्छा पन फोर्स आसा बन्योमुत ट्यूब दबाव खो यह तुथै रोजान सो until and unless we reach to the depth of the toothpaste ये पत दांतों से पेवान ये काट। बट जब तक ये नॉर्मल ट्यूब होता है तब तक हमारा एक प्रेस नॉर्मल सा होता है, सह नॉर्मली चेंज गसान। ये प्रेस कर, इसने डायमीटर इसका बढ़ाया, ये प्रेस दबो तुतु मगर ट्यूब द्राव ज्यादा, ट्यूब द्राव। यदि ट्यूब ज्यादा द्राव, अमिस अगर ओताम रेत लगान ट्यूब मकलनस, अमिस लगे वन 10 दह 15 दह मकलनस। विद द रिजल्ट यम डॉग कस्टमर्स ऑफ क्लोजअप यम 15 यम शिफ्ट क्लोजअप पे बाद तक असल mint maza asan close-up. If you remember that red color close-up, that was very nice flavor. तो उनको आदत है, वो क्लोज-अप के बगैर कहीं नहीं जाते, लेकिन उनका जो कंजप्शन है वो ज्यादा हो गया। Sales got increased by 40%. How many percent? A small idea can play wonders. आप समझ रहे हो मेरी बात? मेरे कहने का मकसद यही है, within a given set of resources, within a given set of infrastructure and all that, we can always manipulate with the ideas and have our sales, more increased, more diversified, जिससे हमारा जो at the end of the day what did they need? It is not necessary they needed more customers, they needed more sales. More sales would mean more revenues and the margins of profit उतने ही थे, लेकिन इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल की वजह से ज्यादा, अगर वो 1 रुपया एक ट्यूब का कमा रहा था, वो महीने से एक बंदे से वही 1 रुपया कमा रहा था, लेकिन अब उसी बंदे से उसी यूज के लिए वो 2 रुपये महीने के कमाने लगा। द सेल्स गॉट इंक्रीज बाय 40%। कहने का मतलब ये है कि ये कहानियां होती हैं, बादशाह दरिया आसान, बट दे ब्रिंग अस टू अ सर्टेन पॉइंट कैसे ये चीजें करनी है। अब इन स्कीम्स में आपको क्या फायदे मिलेंगे वो मैं बताऊंगा, लेकिन फिर से मैं एक बात बताऊंगा, ये एक लिटरेचर है, ये ऐसी चीज है, मैं आपको अभी एक वेबसाइट बताऊंगा, जो भी आप लोगों में से इंटरेस्टेड होगा वो जाके खोलेगा ये गाइडलाइन। लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल बात मैं आपको ये बताऊंगा कि जब भी आप ये सारी चीजें जानते हैं और आपको पता है, जब आप बैंक को अप्रोच करते हैं एज अ बैंकर, एज एन अप्राइजिंग ऑफिसर एट द बैंक, व्हेन अ कस्टमर कम्स टू मी फॉर अ लोन, I see how far he knows about his project. See, I asked certain questions to this gentleman about this. I asked certain questions to that gentleman who is envisaging backward integration. इनका एक स्टोर है, अब ये कुछ प्रोसेसिंग, मैंने इनको कुछ सवाल पूछे, आपको कितनी मशीनों की रिक्वायरमेंट है, क्या है, कितने की मशीन आएगी। वी कंडक्ट एक छोटा सा इंटरव्यू हम एज अ बैंकर करते हैं कस्टमर का, कि इसको ये जो ये एक्टिविटी सोच रहा था, इसको इसके बारे में कितनी नॉलेज है, इसका जो ये डिटेल्ड प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट है कि कच ताश नारि लगन साफ दिनस तमस कच गसन कंड कर आसने, कच गसन प्लेन आसने, यम आम सड़ लगन कंड कर कच गसन आसने, हम तमंग अनो 50 ताश नारि पत टेंट वलिस किराय दिन 5 ये कि जन 5 ताश नारि सत काम चल, आम सड़ चल 100 ताश नारि, महाराज सड़ गस नेसेसरीली आसन कंड कर करिस ति किस्म पत। These form the form the parts, ingredients, inputs of our project. In the same way, when I am envisaging a particular project, I need to know about what kind of machine. देखो टेंट वाले को हम लाते हैं, I will relate this project to a tent. टेंट का साइज तो क्या चीज डिटरमिन करता है, कितने लोग आने वाले हैं. सो आपका जो यूनिट बनने वाला है उसमें आपको कितनी स्पेस की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो डिपेंड करेगा कि आप किस किस्म की एक्टिविटी करते हैं. साइज में है नफरस टेंट वाले किराए पे आने, वो किस चीज पे डिपेंड करता है कि मेरी प्रोडक्टिविटी कितनी. मैं लुकन बात दिन अगर मुझे 400 लोगों को खाना देना तो मुझे 100 त्रामियां मंगवानी है ना. बेच पता दयम बात त्रा तम खतर त्रामि या सरपोश बॉयज विल एग्री विद मी. जब हम त्रामियां लाते हैं 100 त्रामियां लाते हैं शादी में, सरपोश पे क्या आना ये पता क्या ना हतस त्रामिस गो जुलुम दास गो मुश्किल वावन वाली सच्ची हेको ना हतस पे हाथ अनित सरपोश तथा परवाह की. बट व्हाई डू वी डू दैट? देखो भैया यूटिलाइज होता है, हतन त्रामिन से हाथ सरपोश जरूरत यूटिलाइज तो हो ही जाएगा. लेकिन जहां पे आपको पता है कि सरपोश 10 रुपये में किराए दीने तो क्या हाथ सरपोश बन 5 त्रामि त्रो ब्या तुलान सरपोश रटान अथी त्रावान पत त्रामि पेपर चलान कम सह गई 7 त्रामिन बराबर आसन, मगर सरपोश चलान 15 30 फॉर दैट रीजन एट सर्टेन प्लेसेस 10 पे लूक निभावा. दैट इज कॉल्ड ऑप्टिमाइजेशन. सो जब आप ये बात करते हैं आप बहुत कुछ बोल सकते हैं, मैं इतनी मशीनें लाऊंगा, ये लाऊंगा जी, वो लाऊंगा, बट यू हैव टू ऑप्टिमाइज बिकॉज दोज मशीन्स कम विद अ सर्टेन कॉस्ट. They don't only come with the cost that you have to go and buy the machine again a certain cost. You need a maintenance cost of the machine. If a machine is sitting idle, that is not yielding you anything, there is no use of buying that machine. Are you getting my point? So this is very important that I have a need analysis of the project. I need to have a complete insight about this thing, that whatever project I am going to do, these are the things that are required for that particular project. I need to specially know about this thing, whether अब मैं ये यूनिट बना रहा हूं, is it actually viable or not? क्या मेरा जो मार्केट है जहां मुझे ये बेचना है, क्या जहां से मुझे सामान खरीदना है, क्या जो स्किल्ड लेबर इसके लिए मुझे चाहिए, या अगर मुझे लेबर नहीं चाहिए, एम्प्लॉय नहीं चाहिए, क्या मैं बजाते खुद अपने आप में उतना स्किल्ड हूं that I can operate those machines? Do I have the sufficient supply of electricity in that particular area to run my machines? Do I have the water facilities? Do I have all the amenities that are required? Why do we have industrial units, industrial estates? Why do we have Konmo Industrial Estate? Why do we have Zanakut? Why do we have Bagheli Mardan? Why do we have Lasipora Estate? Why? Because actually इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेट्स में जो भी इन किस्मों की रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती है, बिजली की सप्लाईज होती है, वो फ्लॉलेस होती है. आइडियली फ्लॉलेस, कभी कभार कोई प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाती है, दैट्स नॉट द केस, बट आइडियली व्हाई आर द इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क्स, इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेट्स बीइंग डेवलप्ड? इट इज जस्ट बिकॉज दैट requirements, the prerequisites in terms of the essentials, electricity, water, sanitation, assembly line, everything is in line there. That is why we do that. On contrary, if I go and start a unit at home, it will not be a viable unit for me if it is a manufacturing unit. If it is a RE-COM unit, it can be done sitting in the kitchen. It can be done sitting in your bedroom, in your drawing room, anywhere you wish to do it. So it's very important that I am very clear about this project, what I am doing, what are the kind of required, what is the size of the tent, what is the kind of materials I need in that tent, where exactly do I need to place the maslan for maras or mahrin. Darwaz achunisha ka maslan laga mahir ki khatra. Why do we do that? Because at a chip that can joy. In the same way, I should know which machine is to be installed where, ताकि जो assembly flow हो, इस जब आपको ये सारी चीजें पूरी तरह से understood हो, a banker asks you about these things. See, when you come to bank, there are only 3 things broadly I would say that are required. One, you are saying I am Aftab, prove me you are Aftab. What is that?
Identity badge.
In banking terminology we call this know your customer. मैं आपका क्या इसमें शरीफ है? ये कह रहे हैं कि मैं जावेद साहब हूं, मैं कैसे मान लूं ये जावेद साहब है? अगर मैं इनको पर्सनली जानता भी हूं कि ये जावेद साहब है, he needs to prove me that in black and white by way of a valid identity proof. A valid identity proof can be PAN card, Aadhaar card, driving license, voter ID, passport, so on and so on. Now I got it clear that this gentleman is Mr. Javed. It is proved by this, right? Number two, why are you here in the bank? Sir, I want to start a project. What project do you want to start? Sir, I want to establish a unit for XYZ activity. Okay, he is explaining to me. Now I am telling him, give me the project report. When he is giving me the project report, in that project report, he is giving me a brief about his activity, right? Brief about his activity, what he is looking for to do. He is giving me his fixed assets requirement कि मुझे जी बिल्डिंग इतनी चाहिए, उसमें ऐसे ऐसे ये होगा, ये चीजें होंगी, यहाँ मशीन लगेगी. उसके बाद ये मुझे बोलते हैं ये मशीन लगेगी, ये चीजें लगेंगी, रॉ मटेरियल इस किस्म का लगेगा, ये चीजें इतने आइटम लगेंगी, एक पर आइटम कॉस्ट ये है, 10 चीजें मुझे चाहिए, इंटू 10 करके कॉस्ट निकल जाता है. उसके बाद ये कहते हैं मुझे बिल्डिंग बनानी है, उसमें मेरा इतना कॉस्ट लगता है. उसके बाद ये मुझसे कहते हैं मुझे मशीन लानी है, उसका ये है रॉ मटेरियल. उसके बाद मुझे यूनिट चलाने के लिए लोग चाहिए, मुझे 10 लोग चाहिए, एक स्किल्ड है, एक अनस्किल्ड है, एक प्रोफेशनल है, उसको मैं इतनी सैलरी दूंगा, इसको मैं इतनी सैलरी दूंगा, इसको मैं इतनी सैलरी दूंगा. ये एक पूरा एक प्लान बन जाता है जिसमें ये एनविसाज करते हैं कि गोइंग फॉरवर्ड जब ये एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट होगी, इनकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स ये हर एक रिक्वायरमेंट के सामने क्वांटिफिकेशन होती है इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी. दैट ब्रिंग्स अस टू द टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. कि अमिस कैसे टोटल ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स पर खर्ची है. व्हेन ही कम्स टू दैट वी सी फॉर एग्जांपल 1 लाख रुपीस इज द टोटल प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट. अब टोटल प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट 1 लाख रुपए है. अब इस 1 लाख रुपए में मैं इसको बोलता हूं ठीक है सर, मैं आपको ये पैसे दूंगा, लेकिन आप बताओ आप क्या लगाओगे आपका. ये तु में पन्निस बिजनेस मज दियो पार्टनर अचन पोस वर बह दिमो तुम बैंक पोस तमे वर until and unless there is some stake involved from yourself. How do I know that I will pay you money and you will not utilize that actually for that? You may go for some personal consumption of that money. I need you to have a certain stake. That is called promoter's margin. That's is promoter's margin. अब चूंकि एक नया एंटरप्रेन्योर है, पढ़ाई करके बाहर आया है, वो नहीं चाहता है अपने माँ बाप पे बोझ बनना, वो चाहता है कि मैं कुछ काम करूं. तो उस काम करने के लिए हम यूजुअली बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री का नॉर्मली रहता है कि प्रमोटर मार्जिन 15 से 25% होना ही होना चाहिए. अब एक स्टूडेंट है, नया एंटरप्रेन्योर है, तो वो ये मार्जिन का पैसा कहां से लाए? दैट इज वेयर द सेंट्रल और द लोकल यूटी गवर्नमेंट comes into play. They come and handhold you that we understand that the bank will ask you for certain money towards contribution for setting up of your business. We are there for you. Let us give you capital subsidy. Let us give you capital subsidy, and they say that capital subsidy ranges from different percentages. कोई स्कीम में गवर्नमेंट 10%, 1 लाख का 10,000 देती है, कोई स्कीम में 25% देती है तो 25,000 बनता है, कोई स्कीम में 35% देती है तो 35,000 बनता है. तो आपको उस लेवल से एक कुशन मिल जाता है जहां आप परेशान ना हो कि आप वो पैसा कहां से लाएंगे. दैट इज बेसिकली द अंडरलाइंग प्रिंसिपल ऑफ द कैपिटल सब्सिडी, द प्रमोटर्स मार्जिन और द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ फंड्स. इससे क्या हुआ? अब 1 लाख रुपए की रिक्वायरमेंट है. अब गवर्नमेंट आपको कहती है एक पर्टिकुलर स्कीम में, चलो कोई बात नहीं है, बैंक आपको 25% मार्जिन मांग रहा है, कोई बात नहीं, आप 25% मार्जिन मत दे दो, आपके बदले में 20% सब्सिडी मैं दे देता हूं बैंक को, आप 5% दे दो. तो जहां आपको 25,000 रुपए मयसर करने थे अपने लिए, वहां आप पहुंच गए 5,000। और किसी स्कीम में बैंक कहता है, गवर्नमेंट कहती है मैं आपको सिर्फ 15% सब्सिडी दूंगा, आपको फिर 10% वहां मैनेज करनी, और उससे क्या होता है, आपका जो लोन कंपोनेंट है वो बैंक का 65,000 पे आ जाता है। उससे क्या फायदा है आपको? उससे ये फायदा है कि अगर तू ये लक्ष लोन नीहिव बैंकस निश, तो इंटरेस्ट लागू कह लक्षस पे इतकन क्या फायदा होता है? कर्ज खोतू तो 65,000 only, and your interest will be charged only on that 65,000 only. Now, please.
सब्सिडी कब मिलती है, पहले या लास्ट?
वो मैं बताऊंगा उसको सब्सिडी की किस्में होती। उसके बाद अब आप कारोबार कर रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इनकी बात मैं करता हूं। इनके बिजनेस में सबसे पहली रिक्वायरमेंट है, इनको मार्केट जाके फ्रूट खरीदना है या सब्जियां खरीदनी है, वो इनको खरीदनी है। दैट मीन्स इनको एक पर्टिकुलर सीजन का वेट करना है, जब वो हार्वेस्टिंग सीजन आएगा, राइपनिंग सीजन आएगा क्रॉप का। उसके बाद मार्केट में फ्रूट आया, इन्होंने खरीदा। जब इन्होंने खरीदा उसके बाद इन्होंने प्रोसेसिंग की। प्रोसेसिंग करने में मान लीजिए इनको आज मिला फ्रूट मार्केट में, ये लेके आए, इन्होंने इसको प्रोसेसिंग की। इनको प्रोसेसिंग में 15 दिन, 10 दिन, 20 दिन, 1 महीना, डिपेंड्स अपॉन एक्टिविटी टू एक्टिविटी। इफ यू नो कारपेट वीविंग, a carpet weaver takes 6 months, 5 months, 1 year, 2 years to weave the carpet. इतनी देर इन्होंने ऑलरेडी बैंक से ये लोन ले लिया हुआ है, तो पैसे इन्होंने लिए हैं, ये पैसे उठा के लेके गए हैं मार्केट में। इसमें इन्होंने रॉ मटेरियल खरीदा है जिसको इन्हें प्रोसेस करना है। तो इस रॉ मटेरियल को प्रोसेस करते वक्त इनके पास अभी कोई इनकम का सोर्स नहीं है, कोई सोर्स ऑफ इनकम नहीं है। तो इतनी देर ये क्या करेंगे? इतनी देर इनको इंटरेस्ट लगता है बैंक में, यहां से कोई आमदनी का जरिया नहीं है। अभी 2 मिनट मान के चलते कि अभी आमदनी, क्योंकि अभी इन्होंने बेचा नहीं कुछ। अब जब ये बेचने पे भी आ गए, उसके बाद जब ये मार्केट में माल बेचते हैं तो क्रेडिट भी हो जाता है, उधारी में भी चला जाता है, ठीक है ना। तो उतनी देर इनको इंटरेस्ट का ब्रंट बेयर करना पड़ता है। उस चीज के लिए प्रोजेक्ट में ही ऑलरेडी किया गया होता है एनविसाज के इनका जो साइकिल है, वर्किंग साइकिल है, उसमें इतने टाइम के बाद इनका प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट में डिफाइन। प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट में आप वर्किंग साइकिल दिखाते हैं ना, मॉरिटोरियम बाद में डिसाइड किस चीज पे होगा। देखो सर, आप एक फूड प्रोसेसिंग वाले हो, आप एक ट्रेडर है, यहां से माल लाया, यहां से बेचा। आप एक कारपेट वीविंग वाले हैं, जब आप लिखोगे कि कारपेट वीविंग में मुझे 6 महीना लगता है, आप लिखोगे प्रोसेसिंग में मुझे 15 दिन लगता है, ये लिखेंगे ट्रेडिंग में मुझे 1 दिन माल आया, 2 दिन में बिकता है। तो क्या मुझे आपको भी 1 साल, इनको भी 1 साल और इनको भी 1 साल मॉरिटोरियम देना है? That moratorium will vary. He may get the maximum moratorium, you may get the second highest, and he will get the least. So those, when you define your production cycle, right from the day of manufacturing or procuring it up to the point of realizing the money from your buyer, that defines the cycle. अच्छा, मैंने अब आपको एक साइकिल लोन दे दिया, अब आप एक साइकिल में आपने ये लोन ले लिया, तो क्या आप आगे साइकिल में पैसा खर्च हो गया, आप ऐसे बैठोगे, वेट करोगे इस पैसे का कब आएगा? मेरी नियम पोस्ट पातान पर नो माल पथ बना तो नो माल पथ करने पर will you have to wait? No, the bank gives you 2-3 cycles. अगर आपके एक साइकिल में रिक्वायरमेंट 1 लाख रुपए है, आपके बिजनेस का साइकिल 3 महीने है, तो बैंक विल गिव यू 3 साइकिल्स। वो कैसे आपको 3 ही साइकिल देगा? बिकॉज इफ योर प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट एनविसाजेस कि जो आपके पहले साइकिल की सेल्स है वो रियलाइज 6 महीने के बाद हो जाएगी, दैट वुड ऑटोमेटिकली टेल मी कि यूसन गवर्निंग साइकिल खतर लाख रुपए में न्यू सुगो बांध वही आव ना अमिक पोस्ट कि दोयम साइकिल खतर छु पोस सो लाख तु छेम न्यूमुत, त्रेयम साइकिल खतर तु छेम पोस न्यूमुत मे निश कैसे मे जुतनी चूरम साइकिल युतु स्टार्ट तो तम गवर्निंग साइकिल पोस आमुत, that means he can rotate on. So actually तुतुई आमुत क्या बल्कि आइस तात्सिक पानुन अमिस क्या मार्जिन ते आमुत युस अमिस पानियन खर्चातन या पानियस नफस कुन कहे या ये बिजनेस सी मंस त्राय। That is how it is working.
I have one question over here. मतलब आपने जो बोला वो मार्जिन बनेगी, मार्जिन मिलता है मतलब जो बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट वाले हैं मतलब जो कोल्ड स्टोर डालते हैं उनका प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट ऑलमोस्ट 45-50 करोड़ का रहता है ना
जी।
उस हिसाब से आप कैसे करते हो उनका उनको 50-25%
देखो सर,
सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से आते हैं
देखो उनमें कैपिटल सब्सिडी
बहुत ज्यादा
मिलती है ना। एक तो वो उनका मार्जिन बनता है और दूसरा उनको कुछ मार्जिन खुद भी देना पड़ता है।
और उधर से
करोड़ 4 करोड़ 10% फॉर एग्जाम्पल
लैंड वगैरह लेना पड़ता है तो उसमें भी
हवा में कोई
मॉर्टगेज की बात करते हैं।
नहीं मॉर्टगेज की बात देखिए,
मॉर्टगेज
बेच ब्याह प्रॉब्लम लोग समझा
लैंड एक्विजिशन
जब आपको कोई एक्टिविटी करनी है तो उसके लिए आपको कोई जगह होनी चाहिए ना। वो जगह आपकी दो किस्म की हो सकती है, या तो आपकी अपनी ओन्ड हो सकती है या लीज्ड और रेंटल हो सकती है। जब आपकी लीज्ड और रेंटल है, आपकी एक जमीन है, आपने इनको लीज पे दे दी और इनको बोला कि आप अपना यूनिट खड़ा करो। ये आए मेरे पास, मुझे 1 करोड़ रुपया लोन दे दो, इस 1 करोड़ में से 40 लाख रुपया इनका खर्चा आ रहा है बिल्डिंग बनने पे। अब जब 40 लाख रुपए पे खर्चा आया बैंक को, उसने दिया 15 लाख मशीन हो ये बैंक इनको बोलता है कि भैया आप मुझे लीज एग्रीमेंट दे दो आपके साथ इन्होंने, उसमें बैंक क्लॉज होना चाहिए कि लीज होल्ड राइट्स बैंक के पास रहेंगे इतनी देर में। अगर कस्टमर को लगता है कि ये बैंक हमसे ये फॉर्मेलिटी मांग रहा है अगर नहीं लीज होल्ड डीड दी की है, आप अगले महीने आ सकते हो। 40 लाख रुपया हमने जो उधर इन्वेस्ट किया उसमें 10 लाख इनका है, 30 लाख बैंक का है, आपने उसको उठा के फेंक दिया बाहर। फेंक सकते हैं ना जब कोई एग्रीमेंट नहीं होगा। Where will that money go? Where will bank recover that money from? How will he safeguard his interest?
मेरे साथ lease holding rights ले ली
जी।
he has but I have not given him the right to have a mortgage of that land.
Bank will never accept that property. How will bank accept that property? See, what we think ना, you should.
At the end of the day, bank is a commercial institution.
बैंक not only commercial institution, देखो इनका पैसा मेरे पास सेविंग अकाउंट में है, इनका पैसा मेरे पास सेविंग अकाउंट है, उनका पैसा मेरे पास सेविंग है। ये तो पन्निस पोंसस कादर कर खर्च नावने विज में ना ख्याल थाउन यह हुम सुन येम सुन पोंस। जब मैं आपको देखता हूँ मुझे इंटरेस्ट नहीं देखने इस चीज के कि पोंस गोस न गलत हाथन मज गछुन के, ये गोस आसुन safeguarded by whatever is the securities.
What happens there in societies there?
What kind of society?
If anybody has done any societal work,
See,
what will happen in that case?
सोसाइटी के नाम से प्रॉपर्टी होती है ना। जब कोई सोसाइटी होगी जहां देखिए मैं एक ऑफिस खोल रहा हूं, मैं एक फार्म प्रोड्यूसर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, मुझे इसके लिए ऑफिस खोलना है, मुझे यूनिट खोलना है, ये तो मुझे किसी जमीन पे बनानी है ना। या तो वो एफपीओ की अपनी जमीन होगी, उस ट्रस्ट की अपनी जमीन होगी, या तो ट्रस्ट किसी से लीज पे देगा। ये एंटिटी कॉन्सेप्ट होता है बैंक की नजर में। इंसान
थर्ड पार्टी, मैं थर्ड पार्टी की बोल रहा हूँ, मतलब इन केस इन दैट केस यू आर टेकिंग द थर्ड पार्टी एज वेल।
व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय थर्ड पार्टी?
थर्ड पार्टी मतलब एक तो हमने बिल्डिंग बनाई है, सपोज वी हैव इंस्टॉल्ड द कोल्ड स्टोर इन लीज लैंड ऑफ लीज्ड बाय द डिस्ट्रिक्ट इंडस्ट्रीज और समवेयर,
दैट इज प्राइमरी सिक्योरिटी,
दैट इज प्राइमरी।
अब उसके बाद कोलैटरल सिक्योरिटी होगी। कोलैटरल को कशिर पे अगर न तोहि पे पोस बरियो ब कमिस दिम पगा था, दैट इज कोलैटरल। यह इस गारंटर छ वना या मॉर्टगेज बता पनुन मकान। अब उसमें सहूलियतें आई, मैं आपको बताऊंगा जब मैं स्कीम पे आऊं, उनमें सहूलियतें आई। तो व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग यू अबाउट इज दिस, दैट दिस प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट हैज टू बी अंडरस्टूड इन अ वेरी प्रॉपर मैनर ना। अब किस स्कीम में क्या बेनिफिट है? पहली है प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो अबाउट दिस स्कीम? Do you know about this? असरार can you move next? See, इस स्कीम के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या है? इस स्कीम में चाहे रूरल एरिया से हो या अर्बन एरिया से हो कोई कैंडिडेट वो अप्लाई कर सकता है इस बेनिफिट में। उसके लिए देखिए इसमें ये सारी चीजें भी हैं। ये अनएम्प्लॉयड यूथ के लिए है, वो आर्टिजन्स हो, रूरल एरियाज के हो, अर्बन एरियाज के हो। जिस ये प्रोजेक्ट इस कदर का प्रोजेक्ट होना चाहिए जो इस बंदे के साथ साथ इस यूनिट को इस कदर सफिशिएंट सेल्फ रिलायंट बनाए कि ये अपने साथ साथ 2 लोगों को 10 लोगों को अपने इस यूनिट में एम्प्लॉय भी करे, ताकि अपने साथ साथ चंद और लोग एम्प्लॉय। दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज कॉल्ड प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन स्कीम। हाँ, ये प्रोग्राम ही ऐसा है कि इसमें आप ऐसे यूनिट्स, ऐसी चीजों को फाइनेंस कीजिए, ऐसे यूनिट्स एस्टेब्लिश किए, कहिए कि जो बंदा इसमें अपने साथ साथ कुछ लोगों को और भी एम्प्लॉयमेंट फराहम कर सके. एवरीबडी कैन नॉट बी अदानी, अंबानी, some people have to work for them also. That's very important. If I am an entrepreneur, I am starting some unit, I cannot run it all alone. I have to take some people on board, and if the project is of that kind, फिर तो मजे ही मजे हैं जब आप you look yourself as a CEO or managing director of the company and you have X number of people working in your unit, right? कोई भी इंडिविजुअल जो 18 साल से अधिक एज का हो, 18 साल से नीचे भी रख सकते थे, बट लॉ डज नॉट अलाउ दैट, क्योंकि एक बालिग ही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन कर सकता है. There will be no take with it. There will be no income ceiling for assistance for. इसमें कोई इनकम से ये नहीं है कि हम आपको बोलेंगे कि आप ऑलरेडी इतना अमाउंट कमा रहे होंगे तो तभी हम आपको देंगे. This is especially for unemployed youth. It does not envisage or ask you. इसमें आप सवाल देखिए, हर चीज की लिमिटेशन. कोई स्कीम ऐसी होती है जिसकी जेब, जिस मिनिस्ट्री की जेब या जिस डिपार्टमेंट की जेब उनको एक सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सिडी तक एलो करती है, इसलिए इस स्कीम्स में कैप्स होते हैं. अगर आप यूनिट डालना चाहते हैं मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट, और वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट या सर्विस यूनिट 10 लाख से या 5 लाख से ज्यादा है, तो आपकी एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन कम से कम 8th पास होगी. गोया अगर 5 लाख कम प्रोजेक्ट छो, सर्विस खतर तो 10 लाख कम छो, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग खतर अगर वो पढ़ा लिखा भी नहीं होगा उसको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन जो भी इस अमाउंट के ऊपर जाएगा प्रोजेक्ट डालने के लिए उसमें मिनिमम क्वालिफिकेशन 8 है. Assistance under the scheme is available only for new projects, sanctioned specially. अब सवाल ये है कि आपका ऑलरेडी कोई यूनिट है,
एग्जिस्टिंग नहीं है,
एग्जिस्टिंग यूनिट को नहीं है, लेकिन एग्जिस्टिंग यूनिट्स and the units that have already availed government subsidy under any other scheme are not eligible under this category. जिस किसी ने भी ऑलरेडी किसी गवर्नमेंट स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम में लोन लिया है, सब्सिडी ली हुई है, वो इस पीएमईजीपी स्कीम में नहीं आता है. अब देखिए, ऐसे देखिए, जैसे मैं पहले ही बता रहा था कि किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट में बंदे का कंट्रीब्यूशन, प्रमोटर कंट्रीब्यूशन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. लुक एट दिस. ये अगर आप जनरल कैटेगरी को बिलोंग करते हैं तो आपका जो मार्जिन होगा वो 10% होगा. मैक्सिमम परमिसिबल बैंक फाइनेंस 90% होगा. दैट मींस अगर आप 1 लाख रुपए का लोन लेते हैं, उस लोन में आपको 90,000, 1 लाख रुपए का प्रोजेक्ट है आपका, उसमें आपको सिर्फ 90,000 तक मैक्सिमम लोन मिल सकता है, उससे ज्यादा इफ यू बिलोंग टू जनरल कैटेगरी. If you belong to ex-servicemen, SC, ST, OBC, minorities, women, any other, then you have a relaxation in margin from 10% to 5%. That will obviously mean an increase in loan from 90% to 95%. Now look, अब सवाल ये है, अब ये 90% है, अब आपको सब्सिडी कितनी मिलेगी? ये सब्सिडी अगर आप जनरल कैटेगरी के हैं और अर्बन एरिया में है तो आपको ये 15% मिलेगी. अगर आप जनरल कैटेगरी में ही है लेकिन रूरल एरिया में है तो आपको 25% मिलेगी. अगर आप इन कैटेगरीज में से है, वहां रूरल को बिलोंग करते हैं तो सब्सिडी 25%, सॉरी अर्बन को 25% और रूरल को 35% सब्सिडी मिलती है. आई गिव यू एक्सप्लेन दिस बाय वे ऑफ एन एग्जांपल. आई एम अ पर्सन अंडर जनरल कैटेगरी. आई हैव अ प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट ऑफ 1 lakh rupees. I will be required to have 10,000 rupees out of my own. Then what is my requirement left? 90,000 rupees. When my requirement left is 90,000 rupees, I go to the bank, explain the project, give them KYC, give them documents, give them lease documents, give them pro forma invoices कि इस प्रोजेक्ट के हिसाब से मुझे ये मशीन खरीदनी है. तो बैंक को नहीं पता है ना ये मशीन कितने की आएगी और आप किससे खरीदना चाहते हैं. उसके लिए आपको प्रोफार्मा इनवॉइस, उस मशीन जिससे आप खरीदेंगे, ये शादी नहीं है कि वहां पैसा जहां ये मिस खुश करते मिस अनो डिस्पोजेबल, ये मिस खुश करते मिस अनो कॉकर बिल विल छाड़ कहीं. ये बैंक है, यहाँ आपको चिकन वाले की भी बिल लानी है, बैंक चिकन के लिए आपको पैसा नहीं देगा, वो डायरेक्ट चिकन वाले के अकाउंट में डालेगा, डिस्पोजेबल वाले के अकाउंट में डालेगा अगेंस्ट द बिल, बिकॉज बैंक हैज टू एंश्योर द एंड यूज ऑफ द मनी विल नॉट फ्लो डायरेक्टली इन योर हैंड्स. यस, देयर आर सर्टेन रिक्वायरमेंट्स जहां आपको मतलब आपको कोई कंस्ट्रक्शन चल रही है, वहां आपको लेबरर्स आ रहे हैं, मेसन्स आ रहे हैं, कारपेंटर्स आ रहे हैं, उस काम के लिए वहां वो प्रोजेक्ट में ऑलरेडी लिखा होता है, वहां बैंक आपके अकाउंट में उतना लिमिटेड पैसा डाल देता है जो आप अपने उन कारीगरों में डायरेक्टली बांट सके. ठीक है
सर, हमें ये जो 90% है इसमें कुछ इंटरेस्ट लगता है?
मैं बताऊं आप कितना बचा, आपको 90,000 रुपए आपको चाहिए, 10,000 आपके पास है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अब आपको 90,000 रुपए चाहिए, आप आते हैं बैंक के पास कि मुझे 90,000 रुपए, बैंक आपको कहता है कोई बात नहीं है, हम आपको 90,000 देंगे, लेकिन आप उसको कहते हो खबरदार मुझे 90,000 तो चाहिए, लेकिन मुझे 25% गवर्नमेंट दे रही है प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट का, तो 25% प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट का कितना है 25,000. इसका मतलब असल हकीकत में आपको बैंक से कितना चाहिए, नामतन वालों 500,000 तक बचे 65,000 है ना. तो एक्चुअली आपको बैंक से लोन लेना है 65,000, लेकिन चूंकि आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, सब्सिडी आने में अपना टाइम लगता है, अपनी फॉर्मेलिटीज है, ये बैंक आपको उस वक्त पूरे के पूरे 90,000 देगा, लेकिन वो एक साथ नहीं देगा, वो आपको 90,000 में से पहले 10,000 रुपए देगा, बनाओ जी कमरा बिल्डिंग, उसके बाद
इंस्टॉलमेंट
आपको मशीन खरीदनी है, लो जी अब आपका ये मशीन का पैसा है, मशीनें लग गई, उसके बाद अब आपको वो चीजें करनी है, ये साथ मिलान, दिस हैज टू बी डन इन द फील्ड. देन once you are ready for the commencement of the business, everything is in line, now you have to go for the production, bank will give you CC limit, working capital. लो जी CC है आपका, अब आप इसमें से जब चाहो जितना चाहो माल खरीदने के लिए, लाने ले जाने के लिए, तो फुल्ली आपका ये हो जाएगा. इतने टाइम में जब आपको लोन की डिसबर्समेंट 35,000 या 25% ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट हो जाएगी, बैंक पोर्टल पे चढ़ा देता है कि हमने जी इतना पैसा इसका रिलीज किया. जैसे ही जितना पैसा आपकी रिलीज टच करता है 25% जितनी भी सब्सिडी होगी उतने अमाउंट को प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट के वहां पे ऑटोमेटिकली क्लेम हो जाती है. तो रटिव ना वन नामत सास बैंकस तो शुना वनस नाम तम सासन इंटरेस्ट लगान. इसके बाद जब सब्सिडी वहां से आती है तो ये सब्सिडी बैंक के पास रहती है, इसको बैक एंडेड सब्सिडी बोलते. ये 3 साल तक आपको नहीं मिलेगी, लेकिन आप बोलोगे कि हमें क्या फायदा हुआ, फिर आपको ये फायदा होता है कि ये जो 25,000 आपके लिए आए, ये आपके ही नाम से एक अकाउंट खुलता है बैंक में जिसको सब्सिडी रिजर्व फंड अकाउंट बोलते हैं. ये 25,000 रुपए उसमें रह जाते हैं और उस सब्सिडी रिजर्व फंड अकाउंट को आपके टर्म लोन के साथ लिंक किया जाता है. जब 1 महीना गुजरता है अकाउंट में इंटरेस्ट लगता है ना, तो आपके अकाउंट में आउटस्टैंडिंग है 90,000 रुपीज, लेकिन आपके सब्सिडी रिजर्व फंड में कितना है 25,000. तो सिस्टम ऑटोमेटिकली आपके लोन पे 90,000 पे इंटरेस्ट नहीं लगाएगा, बल्कि सिर्फ 65,000 पे लगाएगा. तो पहला जो आपको फायदा मिला, जो आपको सब्सिडी की, तो आपको ये फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट लोन मिले ना, ये 25,000. तो पहला फायदा आपको ये मिला कि अगर लोगों ने इंटरेस्ट, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, मान लीजिए रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट जो भी है 90,000 पे आपकी 9,000 रुपए की किस्त लग गई, आपको हर महीने 9,000 देने हैं. अभी आप बिजनेस बनाने की कगार में लगे हुए हो, उस काम में लगे हुए हो, लेकिन जब आपकी सब्सिडी आती है आप अपने बैंक को अप्रोच करते हो कि मुझे सब्सिडी आई, वो 9,000 से आपका इंस्टॉलमेंट जो है उसको रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं टू 6,500 because your actual loan amount is 65. I just don't go by figures. आंकड़ों पे नहीं जाना, जज्बातों को समझना. इन पगा में उसने 9,000 तो 100,000. That will depend upon the quantum of loan, the time period, the rate of interest, so on and so forth, right? So accordingly उसको हम रिफेसमेंट बोलते हैं, रिफेसमेंट ऑफ इंस्टॉलमेंट बोलते हैं. तो आपको जो फायदा हुआ, एक आपको 25,000 रुपया मुफ्त में लोन मिला जिसपे कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं लगा. दूसरा, जहां आपको 90,000 पे 9,000 की इंस्टॉलमेंट भरनी थी, वहां आपको आप 65,000 पे सिर्फ 6500 की इंस्टॉलमेंट भरनी है. तो आप पे जो बर्डन है मंथली आउटले का, जो आप पे खर्चों का बर्डन है, वो अकॉर्डिंगली कम हो जाता है. उसके बाद you are supposed to behave in a certain way. We are supposed to behave in a certain way. To have a successful married life, a husband and a wife is supposed to behave in a certain way. Like ladki aayi gar, noshwords garas mas, she is supposed to behave in a proper way with hush, with psalm, with droi, with husband, with Oshnavan who Mubarakas Gatsnas, who are Gatsnas. If she does not, husband will get annoyed and there is a rift between husband and wife. In the same way, the husband is supposed to behave in a certain way. Assalamu alaikum mummy ji, अपनी मिसेस की वाइफ मदर को assalamu alaikum mummy ji, वो ये. तो जब वो अपने बीवी के घर वालों के साथ अच्छे से पेश आता है, सलीके से पेश आता है, तो उनकी जिंदगी खुशहाल तरीके से गुजरती है. लेकिन अगर तेन दोनों से सहवत में माल नास गो फसाद, लड़ाई गई, परेशानी गई, घर में परेशानी हो जाए. In the same way, you as a unit holders, as a customers are supposed to behave in a certain way with respect to your account. Like we are giving you money for purchase of raw material. You have to actually purchase raw material. You will go and purchase jewelry for you. That is not nice. That will never do. You will go and purchase bike for yourself. ये वो मुसीबत. आप समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात? तो end use of funds is not getting proper. उस वजह से क्या होता है, ये तक पोस कारोबार में लागू जिस पोस दिया तथा बाइक आपने लाई ज्वेलरी, तो पैसा कहां से आएगा इंस्टॉलमेंट. नतीजा ये निकला महीने के आखिर में आपने इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं भरा, बैंक वाली टीएमएफ गलवाजे रोटुक गारंटर लिखनो चोटुक तमिस तनखा पे या चोटोस अकाउंट में पोस. These are the practical things and I'm sure you will agree with me. What makes that to happen? That is made to happen जब मैं अपने ससुराल वालों के साथ बदतमीजी करता हूं, मेरी बीवी के साथ अनबन हो जाती है, मेरी बीवी मेरे मदर के साथ सलीके के साथ से नहीं चलती है, मुझे उसके साथ लड़ाई हो जाती है. In the same way, I am supposed to behave in a particular manner. That means अगर बैंक ने आपको ये लिमिट रखी हुई है, आप ऐश करो यार. मैं आपको एग्जांपल्स दूंगा. बैंक में 2-2 लाख रुपए से लिमिट लोगों ने स्टार्ट की हुई है. मैं चांदनी चौक में था, वहां एक बंदे ने 3 लाख रुपए की लिमिट ली थी 1993 में. आज उसकी 140 करोड़ की लिमिट है. तेनिस कुछ पाइच है, कुछ पाइच है. हम आपके है कौन मूवी देखी है आप लोगों ने? देखिए, डू यू रिमेम्बर? उसमें उसकी डेथ हो जाती है उसकी बहन की. somebody तो मूवीज नहीं देखी है कभी. Let's correlate certain things with the thing. उसमें क्या हो जाता है, वो सीढ़ी से गिर जाती है और वो मर जाती है. उसकी बेटी होती है कि बेटा होता है, वो बिन मां के बच जाता है. फिर अनुपम खेर अपनी दूसरी बेटी की शादी उसी लड़के के साथ करता है. अगर सो रेजियल खराब लड़का ऐसा सुधी है दयम कोर जिस आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग एंड कोरिलेटिंग. अगर उसका व्यवहार डिसिप्लिन अच्छा नहीं होता तो that's a movie, but that shows us the practical aspects of the life. जिंदगी में हर एक चीज लेन देन है. जिस तरीके से एक बैंक और कस्टमर की ट्रांजैक्शन लेन देन है, उसी तरीके से कोर गोबर करुम तुश आम कथ वनन यह बाजार नहीं. कोई अपनी बेटी को ऐसे ही किसी को नहीं देगा या कोई अपना बेटा किसी को ऐसे ही नहीं देता है. ये इस प्रिसगर करान बापार खानदानियत खसलत फितरत काम करन वो यम चीज सरखर करान, तब जाके उनके साथ रिश्ता होता है. दिस इज व्हाट यू कॉल सिबिल. सिबिल इन बैंकिंग टर्मिनोलॉजी. तुह सरखर करान सिबिलस वन वाता अन करीब ये रिश्ते छान नीरान लड़कन कोरन पत कर तिमन सिबिल चेक. मेरा एक दोस्त है, वो फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट है. उसको मैंने बोला उसमें शादी वगैरह करी, बोला हाँ तुमस क्या चीज तुम कहें बह करना तमिस ब्लड टेस्ट किया, तमिस करना बह लिपिड प्रोफाइल टेस्ट सीबीसी करना अगर तुम तमिस ठीक दैट्स अ काइंड ऑफ द ओरिएंटेशन. इफ अ yes. Oh my god, we are already out of time.
One question we have. मिनिमम इंटरेस्ट
मैं आपको बताऊंगा. इसके बाद दूसरी चीज होती है इंटरेस्ट रेट डिपेंड. देखिए आज की डेट में, देखिए आज की डेट में इंटरेस्ट रेट है 11.35%. लेकिन अगर आपने देखा होगा कल ही रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने रेपो रेट बढ़ाई. जब वहां से ही कॉस्ट ऑफ फंड्स बढ़ गया तो उसका इवेंचुअल ब्रंट.
You had a scheme in which JK Bank was giving 0.5% of this increase of repo rate, I guess. Some schemes.
0.1.
5% increase of interest.
I am not able to understand comprehend your question.
अब जो RBI देता ना इसको JK बैंक
What are
को,
other schemes like?
तो इसमें मैंने आपको बोला कि ये इसमें नेक्स्ट चलो सर, दिस इज द वेबसाइट वेयर यू कैन फाइंड अबाउट दिस, प्लीज नोट डाउन दिस। ये वेबसाइट है जिसमें आप घर बैठे ही पीएमईजीपी की स्कीम के लिए लोन में अप्लाई, यू डोंट नीड टू गो एनीवेयर। ऑनलाइन वहां पे प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट भी मिलती है आपको हर एक्टिविटी के लिए, आप वो चूज कर सकते हैं अपनी एक्टिविटी का प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट इसमें डाल सकते हैं। Then we have Prime Minister's formalization for food processing. एक और स्कीम गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने आई, वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट, ये स्पेशली है फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट्स के लिए। जो भी कोई फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट, चाहे उसका ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग यूनिट हो या नया यूनिट हो, एग्जिस्टिंग यूनिट जैसे कोई बेकरी शॉप है, वो आज की डेट में तंदूर वंदूर नॉर्मल यूज करे, अगर ही वांट्स टू गो फॉर हाईटेक तंदूर्स, बाकी चीजें ओवन वगैरह वो सब चीजें, वो उन मशीन्स को खरीदने के लिए उसको जितना भी पैसा लगेगा वो बैंक से लोन ले सकता है और उसमें उसको 35% सब्सिडी मिलेगी। वो 35% सब्सिडी मैक्सिमम 10 लाख रुपए तक मिलेगी। दैट मींस अराउंड अगर 30-35 लाख रुपीस का प्रोजेक्ट होगा उसमें उसको 10 लाख रुपए मिलेंगे। जितना प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट कम होगा उतना परसेंटेज के हिसाब से सब्सिडी कम हो जाएगी। इस स्कीम में अब यू आर नॉट रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट। इससे पहले क्या था कि एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एक ही प्रोडक्ट रखा गया था। फॉर एग्जांपल श्रीनगर का कोई बंदा है वो सिर्फ बेकरी के लिए कर सकता था, अनंतनाग का था वो सिर्फ फिश के लिए कर सकता था, लेकिन अब वो चीज नहीं है। अनंतनाग वाला बेकरी भी कर सकता है, श्रीनगर वाला फिश भी कर सकता है। प्रेफरेबली अगर वो वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाला ही होगा तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज देयर इज नो बार ऑन दैट। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। This is the website wherein you can apply for this. The concerned department at JK level is horticulture department. Every district has a resource person and district nodal officer for this scheme. All you simply need to do is have a अगर आप देखिए नॉर्मली ये केसेस रिजेक्ट और टाइम क्यों लगता है, इनमें प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट्स गलत होती है, केसेस को बहुत टाइम लगता है। जो मैंने आपको प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट्स के बारे में बोला, अगर आप उन चीजों को नुस्खा बना के चलेंगे आपके केस को 15 या 20 दिन से ज्यादा नहीं लगेगा। Are we done with this? Then there is agriculture infrastructure fund. Agriculture infrastructure fund scheme में जो भी हमारा एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस हो जाता है, जब तक वो मार्केट में पहुंचता है डिमांड तब तक वो जाया हो जाता है। उन चीजों को एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस को बचाने के लिए एग्रीकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड स्कीम लाई गई, जिसमें कोल्ड स्टोरेज आती है, सिलोज आते हैं, ग्रेडिंग यूनिट्स, पैकिंग यूनिट्स, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन यूनिट्स आते हैं, ताकि ये जो सारी एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस है जाया होने से बच जाए। इस स्कीम में आपको जितना भी लोन चाहिए उतना मिल जाएगा। 2 करोड़ रुपए तक आपको कोई भी कोलैटरल सिक्योरिटी देने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। आपको इंटरेस्ट इसमें 9% लगेगा। 9% में से 3% गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया आपको रिएम्बर्स करेगी और उसके साथ साथ आपको ना कोई गारंटर देना है 2 करोड़ रुपए तक, ना ही कोई मॉर्टगेज। प्राइमरी सिक्योरिटी डिफरेंट है। कोलैटरल सिक्योरिटी में प्राइमरी सिक्योरिटी हो गया लीज होल्ड मॉर्टगेज राइट्स, दैट इज नॉट कोलैटरल, दैट इज प्राइमरी। कोलैटरल सिक्योरिटी आपको नहीं देनी पड़ेगी, आपको सीजीटीएमएससी कवर लेना पड़ेगा। उसमें जितना भी फी लगेगा वो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया रिएम्बर्स करती है, उसका कोई भी ब्रांड कस्टमर पे नहीं है। और इंटरेस्ट नेट आपको बैंक चार्ज करेगा ज्यादा से ज्यादा 9%, उसमें से 3% आपको गवर्नमेंट देगी, तो आपको जो नेट इंपैक्ट पड़ेगा इसमें वो सिर्फ 6% का होगा। इसमें आपके एफपीओज वगैरह भी।
कौन सी स्कीम है?
एग्रीकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड।
ये और एक बात,
एक स्लाइड पीछे आसान,
ये हॉर्टिकल्चर,
ये वेयर हाउसेस, सिलोज, पैक हाउसेस, एसएससी यूनिट, सॉर्टिंग, ग्रेडिंग, कोल्ड चेन्स, ये सब के लिए एग्रीकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड।
ये रन कौन करता है?
ये एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट रन करता है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर रन करती है लोकली यहाँ पे एग्रीकल्चर। और इसमें आपको ये भी फायदा है, अगर आपका वो प्रोडक्ट,
स्कीम का नाम ये है
एग्री इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड
is the name of this.
राइट।
On this slide.
हम इसके एलिजिबल कब हो जाएंगे?
एलिजिबल है
यानी सॉर्ट ऑफ मतलब कि सफिशिएंट है ना?
नहीं, if you have a FPO, obviously basic certification सारी चाहिए।
अगर आप एक एफपीओ हो तो एक रजिस्टर्ड एफपीओ होने से
कोई कंपनी जब वो कंपनी
अच्छे से, और आप इसको अंडर कन्वर्जन returns,
वो पहले
PMFME में अगर वो प्रोडक्ट फॉल करता होगा तो आपको वहां से कैपिटल सब्सिडी मिलेगी, यहाँ से इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी।
हमारा तो एनसीडीसी कर रहा है ना, ऑलरेडी वी हैव स्पॉन्सर्ड बाय एनसीडीसी।
एनसीडीसी अंडर विच स्कीम?
यही सेंट्रल
वो नेशनल हॉर्टिकल्चर बोर्ड, MIDH में।
MIDH में वी डोंट नो दैट, मतलब
You should know. You should know about marketing.
नहीं, NCDC
Mă ce să nu anas apply to करूँ, मैं चल पाई मैं। ये तो एक पानस के पैरामीटर्स पाते हैं, तो कितने कई उन B8 तागा बैंक वो तो में गलत बना। जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए। ये अमिताभ बच्चन रोज बोलता है, अपने हकों को जानिए।
नेशनल कॉर्पोरेशन है ना, नेशनल कोऑपरेटिव NCDC, नेशनल डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन,
हाँ।
वही हमारा फंडिंग कर रहा है, वही हमें फंडिंग कर।
जब आपको प्रोजेक्ट
वो NHB की थी, मैं
मुझे लगता है नेशनल हॉर्टिकल्चर बोर्ड की।
हाँ, NHB।
This
This is the website on which you can apply under agri
You will
infrastructure.
get the slides, I guess.
Hmm?
हम ये स्लाइड से ले सकते हैं ना?
Good one. Then put it.
stand next.
There's no problem.
Next.
Stand Up India scheme. That this is a scheme for SC, ST and women, जिसमें 10 लाख से ज्यादा प्रोजेक्ट के 1 करोड़ रुपए तक के लोन मिलता है। इसमें कोई सब्सिडी वगैरह नहीं मिलती है। इसमें आपको सिर्फ ये फायदा होता है कि कोलेटरल सिक्योरिटी आपको नहीं देनी पड़ती है। कोलेटरल सिक्योरिटी के बजाय आपको क्रेडिट गारंटी कवर लेना होता है। और अगर आप चाहे इस स्कीम में लोन लेने के बाद आप उसको फाइल बेनिफिट लेने के लिए कन्वर्ज करवा सकते हो AIF में, PMFME में, PMEGP में, वहां से सब्सिडी बेनिफिट।
इसको भी हर इंस्टॉलमेंट में ही भरते हैं वापस।
हर एक लोन इंस्टॉलमेंट में ही होता है और उसमें वर्किंग कैपिटल
Just an interruption. If you need any kind of more information, I would request please to forward. I guess that would be great.
Yes. I know we have already utilized a lot of time. Just show them the website
Yes.
on this. This is the website. If you ask me, seeing all of you here, if you ask me off the record to suggest what would be the better schemes for you, I would suggest PMFME, I will suggest Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, and I will suggest if your project is up to 50 lakhs only, I will suggest PMEGP. Okay? Thank you all for being so actively involved, and I still look at your faces and you want me to speak more about so many things. That's we always have constraints of time. Thank you, Umar Saab. Thank you for being such a good host. Thank you, everyone. I hope to see some of you in future as successful entrepreneurs. I wish you all the luck.
Sure.
Thank you.
Surely, I know due to paucity of time, you must be having certain other things to say to sir. But what will we do? As I said, I will request rather if he could forward me some of the links, important links that I can forward in the group.
All right.
That will be justified.
I'll share
then.
these things.
Okay.
Any specific question? Specific question in 1 minute, 2 minutes? इंटरेस्ट के बगैर वाली कोई स्कीम है तो you will have to approach EDI, Entrepreneurship Development Institute. They have some schemes where they provide you capital subsidy only. But I am a banker. Since I am a banker, so we are credit linked. More of
मिनिमम इंटरेस्ट,
minimum interest.
कम से कम इंटरेस्ट जिसमें लगे।
कम से कम ये मैंने जैसे बोला आपको एग्रीकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड FPO भी उसमें एलिजिबल है। अगर आप उसमें लोन लेते हैं आपको इफेक्टिव रेट 6% पता है और सिक्का इज द लिमिट फॉर अवेलिंग लोन, बट कोलेटरल इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड अप टू 2 करोड़। सो अगर आप 10 करोड़ का लेते हो 2 करोड़ तक आपसे कोई कोलेटरल।
इसमें आप मुझे अपना नंबर दीजिए,
यस आई विल गिव यू 0006 54 2995।
माइक पे
बात
बोले ना,
में
माइक
लिखते
पे।
हैं ना, ठीक,
हाँ, sorry,
That be
slide
fine.
होनी
You
चाहिए
could do
थी ना,
it later
नंबर
on.
की भी
Anyways,
slide।
I guess we'll call it here, right?
Yeah.
Because our next resource person who has flown all the way from Jammu.
जो है ना, ये किसी अदर बैंक से भी ले सकते हैं।
हाँ हाँ ये मैं चाहूंगा जेके बैंक से ही
Charge much more than other banks.
राइट
Interest rates जो होती हैं JK बैंक।
कंपेयर करके देखो।
ये होता है ना, अभी ये खांदर की एग्जांपल दे रहे थे, खांदर इलासान जो कोशिश तुम रिच फरकाना वैसे जेके बैंक के बीच में।
नहीं मैं आपको बताऊंगा। आई विश वी हैड टाइम, आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू हाउ व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन 8% and 10% between two banks.
Just one minute. I guess this session won't, end, but
Yeah,
I have to end it because we are guided by the format. I thank Mr. Aftab Shala that he has been very kind at a very short notice. He been here, and we thank him. And we want to felicitate our guests that has been the routine with us for out of this cost, right? So we are felicitating with this momentum to him.
I think chair हटाते हैं बीच में से ना. It's not looking good.
Thank you.
And one more thing, what the memories we had today, that is also there. We have made a frame out of it.
Thank you so much.
A group
Look at the service. That is quick service. इसी का करके काम करने सीखो. Delivery the product on time. Thank you so much. I am really moved by this guest.
Please.
Nice meeting all of you.
Thank you.
I'll
Be in touch with the sir. Hopefully, he will.
let me share my number, which is kind of emotional. Keep my number if somebody needs any assistance from my side. I'll tell it once only. 9906 542995. 9906
You're repeating it now.
2995. मैं क्या करूँ? सुबह 4 बजे से लेकर सुबह के 8 बजे तक कॉल मत करो. रेस्ट यू कैन कॉल एनी टाइम. तम सात तुझ आसान शेंगित बाकी सुबह 4 पे सुबह 8 तक आई टेक्निक एग्जाम कॉल किया. ठीक है. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Good evening. मुझे पता है आपके पास बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होंगे, राइट? तो क्या करें, टाइम का लिमिटेशन है, बहुत सारी चीजें आई हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ ऑल द थिंग्स. तो हम नेक्स्ट सेशन की तरफ जाते हैं. डॉक्टर राज, इफ यू प्लीज सर कम हियर. Connect here. Are you ready? You can use your camera. Again, guys, we are very blessed to have one more speaker with us. He has flown all the way from Jammu. I am Jammu. Dr. V. Raj Kumar is an assistant professor in the area of marketing management at IIM Jammu. Before that, his research interests are in the area of marketing and data sciences. In marketing, his topics of interest include consumer brand engagement in social media, anthropomorphism of brands, and social media use for news and perception of social reality for advanced product management. He has lots of accolades to his disposal. Just to summarize it, I welcome him to the session. Sir, the session is yours. Please proceed.
Am I audible to everyone? Yes. I have a lot of slides, so I will talk one by one. But I have prepared some activities also for you, so it won't be only lecture. But I prefer lecturing only. I am from Anna University, so it's a technical university just like yours, and it's also a state university. So first of all, I want to thank this university for conducting such MDPs and seminars for people like you and inviting me as a resource person. So I thank Omar sir and the university for giving this opportunity. At this point, I also want to thank our institute for allowing me to come and present here as a resource person, because I have work over there. Still, they said, okay, this is important. If we have to give back to the local community, you go. So yesterday night, off a day, it is gone. Today, off day is gone. Only for this one lecture, one full day was gone. So still, therefore, I want to thank our institute for allowing me to participate here. So having said that, till the connection comes, so I would like to introduce myself. As he told, I am from IIM Jammu, assistant professor in the area of marketing. I am originally from Tamil Nadu. So if you are asking any questions in other than English, it will be a little difficult for me. So my mode of delivery will be in English. So I am not even comfortable with the Hindi also. So I am sorry about that. But I can understand few Hindi language. I mean few words in Hindi. But it's difficult for me to have a conversation in Hindi. Okay. My undergraduate is a BSc Visual Communication. I am not an engineer. And then I studied MBA and as well as PhD, both from my Anna University itself. After that, I did my working also. Partially, I worked as a teaching fellow in Anna University itself. I taught MBA students marketing, retail management, advertising. These are the topics I used to. These are the courses I used to teach. Then moved to Vellore Institute of Technology. So they also have a very good agricultural department called YL. Yes, Vellore. So I worked there in business school for 3 years, and then I started here at IIM Jammu. So I am a new person. I mean new to Jammu. I joined in 2022 only. So still now I am here at Jammu, and this is my first time in Srinagar. Yeah. So far you all.
You are welcome.
Srinagar is welcoming, and I was happy to have Srinagar food also. So that's it for that. Today we are going to yeah.
Marker.
उमर सर मार्कर है मैं
It's permanent.
It's okay. Till I thought till the project production comes. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. That's easy.
कोडिंग स्टेशन को मैं पूरी करूंगा एपिसोड डायरेक्ट ट्यून बाद में स्टार्ट करता है बट which one it's very
main problem है
I think it goes like
Get the time, you people have the time.
नहीं ये लोग तो यहीं पे इनके लिए पूरी
Taşı time even विश्व pharmacy भी just service again बढ़ती पण तसे पता असतं कौन
So these are the things which I was talking about, and in today's class we will be talking about only few things. One is what are the essential skills required as a marketer, digital marketer, and another part is planning. So in management we always talk about planning. So if you have proper well planned, you have a proper execution, then you will get the results what you are intended. So that is the only two things I want to talk about. The first one is essential digital skill for planning, and second one is always on digital communication. So in olden days we have a campaign separately and for that campaign we used to have a planning, we will execute it. But nowadays, because of the technological development, there is campaign running all the time. So earlier it was a season, IPL season, therefore we have to give some things to the customers, or Diwali season, therefore we have to give something to the customers or
Promotion.
Customers or audience, therefore we have a campaign for them. That is what we used to do. But since now it is digital and consumers are always connected to the brand in any other way, social media, mobile applications, email, there are many ways they can connect with us or connect with the brand. Therefore it is always on communication. That's why this planning step will be slightly modified from the traditional one, and it moved to the always communication, always on digital marketing communication. So that is what we are going to see. So we'll start with one thing first. I will show you an ad. Kindly notice that ad. I will ask one question after that. Check whether you are able to answer.
Okay, the one I'm getting. Ashley phone छोड़ते Okay, the one I'm getting back. Ashley phone छोड़ते तुम्हारी choices You liked it? Hanami का gift? इसीलिए नहीं सोचा मेरे लिए हमारे आसपास की जो दुकानें हैं उनके भी बारे में तो मीठी होनी चाहिए ना
So, did you notice anything in that? Yes. What is it?
The promotion of
What is the product in that advertisement?
promotion of Cadbury,
But what was it advertised for?
targeting bigger generation people.
For all
The
groups.
product is Cadbury's. But what is the names or things you saw in big? Huh?
Jewelry.
Notice what are the gifts they have given, and what is the place they from there where they bought.
Indoor.
Yes. Now, I am going to show you another video.
Indians looked more than 6 crore small businesses as they've been fighting for survival after the coronavirus outbreak and the lockdowns. Presenting not just a Cadbury ad. We advertise not just for ourselves, but for thousands of small businesses across India. The idea was innovative, but the technology and execution was challenging. Most of the stores in India don't have a digital presence, so we had to manually feed our system to create a database of local retailers, mapping them to their location, which we identified through PIN codes. As the ad was served to an individual, an algorithm located the PIN code and then mapped the various local stores in that PIN code and served the one closest to the individual in real time. The AI-enabled system created thousands of permutations for the localized version of the same ad. So many that it is even impossible to track. This resulted in the first ever hyper-personalized ad ever. One that ensured every single person that saw the ad supported a local store. Because when all of us support our local stores, all of us can have a happy Diwali, not just a Cadbury ad.
So now you tell me what was advertised for?
It was kind of a
Cadbury is helping
Cadbury to promote all other retail stores. So the campaign itself is not just the Cadbury ad. Can anyone tell why I showed this advertisement and the campaign?
that they'll have local sees that they are supporting their local. Get good impression.
No, I will direct you in the answers path itself. This is the digital marketing skills, right? And that is connected to that. Why I showed this particular ad campaign specific to that.
I think it is to generate good impression of company among
No,
general.
I want to share this advertisement because to point out the difference between the traditional medias and the digital medias. Was this possible in traditional media?
No.
Not at all possible. So now this ad is not what you see in televisions, even though it was telecasted in television also, but it is primarily targeted using what?
digital platform,
Yes,
social media, etc.
devices.
Phones, mostly.
Yes,
mobile
phones.
Mobile
That is
phones.
the primary way of watching this advertisement, and that is when this magic happens. So in mobile phone you have geographical locations. You will be sharing that. With that only they were able to change the store names according to the location where the viewer is. Similarly for social media also they did the same, because in social media you also happen to share your location or using IP address. They can able to trace where you are watching that in which browser, and then they were able to change the advertisements for that. Okay, so my first point is traditional media is different from digital media, and when your campaigning is planned, it has to be significantly different from traditional media to digital media. So when you are planning for digital media, what are the things you have to do? That is what our lecture is about. Clear? Yes. So this is the marketing overview. So far, this is the fourth day or fifth day? Fourth day. So you would have been learning about all the marketing activities. This one slide, I think, comprise of all the marketing activities. At the core, you have to maintain the customer relationship. You have to give something invaluable to them so that you maintain the customer relationship. For that, you do all of these activities. Okay. So segmenting, targeting, differentiation, position, then product, price, promotion, place, and then other marketing planning, marketing implementation, control and analysis, then marketing intermediaries, competitors, policy, public policies, and supplies. These are the external factors which will affect your marketing strategy. Okay. So this is from a textbook. That textbook will detail about it, but this will give you an overview of what is marketing strategy. So if you want to start somewhere, you can start with this. Okay. There is a famous book called The Principles of Marketing, written by Kotler and Graham. You can refer that textbook for marketing basis. We are using it for our MBA and as well as BBA students. We also have IPM program. There we used to have that. Okay. So in today's class, my objective is to talk to you about identify the main success factors in the managing integrated digital campaign. Second one is understand the importance of integrating online and offline, because now digital is there, but we can't ignore the traditional media yet. We are not completely moved to only digital. Okay, so that we have to integrate. That will be my second objective. And then third one is relate promotional techniques and methods to the measuring website effectiveness. So there will be some terms, technical terms for measuring your success also. That will also be there. So if you are a marketer, how these things related or answer your questions means these are the possible questions which will answer today's lecture. How should I plan online marketing campaign? What are the elements of it? How do I choose the best mix of online and offline techniques? All those things. So our objectives will be matching these questions only. So essential skills. So these are the essential skills you need to have. First is setting a brief. If you are doing your own marketing campaign means you don't have to do that. But if you start to grow your business, that time you won't be able to handle your own social media presence. If you are having one account in Facebook itself, it's difficult to manage that. You have to have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, email campaign, all these things. So at that time, you may want to go for a specialist. So that specialist has to understand what is your business and what is that, who is your target customer, what is that you are expecting out of them, all those things. So we write a write-up for that, and that write-up is called brief. So in creative, that is called creative brief. That has to be given to the agencies. So that is what that writing brief is the first skill you need to know. Second thing is reviewing insights and analytics. Okay, that agency is there. They are going to do their job. At the end of the day, they will come up and say, "Sir, we did these things. We got this many visitors to your website. These many people have converted from visitors to customers." Likewise, they will say a lot of things. So at that time, you have to ask right questions. Visitors, unique visitors, how much? What is the hit rate? What is the reach? If I have spent this much amount of money for this click button, how much it converted to as return? So those questions you have to ask. For that, you need to have some insights on the terms, that is how you are measuring, and analytics. Okay, so that is the second skill you need to have. Third thing is integration tactics. As I told, traditional is still there. You have to integrate it with the digital platforms. How you are integrating it, that skill you need to know. For understanding these skill set, you can do some practical things to learn about it. And the first one is reviewing a campaign conducted by a brand and writing a blog out of it. So as a practice, if you are doing these things, you will come to know what is the brief, might be the brand given to the agency to end up with this particular campaign. So I just now showed you a Cadbury's ad campaign. So what does the creative brief of that campaign would have been when it is given to an ad agency? Think about it. If you have some idea about it, you can write it and post it on a blog. So that blog can also be your personal brand of also. Second thing is you can always go for Google Analytics demo. So in digital marketing, the first go-to place you can use always is Google Analytics. So there is a free demo account you can create, and you have already have WordPress or many other blogging websites which gives you free accounts. That account you created primarily, try to use Google Analytics and try to attract customers through that. Okay, so that is also a practical way of learning digital skills. And third one is they also have a free course. Google Analytics, Google Ads, Google AdSense. Google has a very good portfolio of products for digital marketing. So one such course is Google Analytics course. It's a free course. You can attend that to learn more about that. So those are the skills you need to have. These are the ways, possible ways you can get it, those skills. Okay. So if I want to use an analogy for attracting visitors to your website, I can use the trade fairs. So trade fair is like a World Wide Web where we have many stalls equal to our many websites. So in old ways, they say if you build it, customer will come. Okay, but that is not the case nowadays. Even if you have built a very good stall, attractive stall, still you have to communicate. Communicate means you have to go out and shout, there is a stall, like this. If you want to know about these things, you can come and visit this stall. We will explain about our products. We will explain about these process likewise. Similarly, you have a website. Because it is a good website, user-friendly website, still people won't come to your website. So you have to make active communications or promotions to the visitors or to the consumers so that they come to your website and whatever your objective is, that is fulfilled. Okay, so that is what we are going to see. How to do it? That is through campaign planning for digital media. Okay. So there are only 6 steps which we are going to talk about. The details of 6 steps can be expanded even for an entire course. But I will try to give only introduction about it so that you can explore more if you want to learn about it. Or if you are if you are at the executive level who wants to check whether the agency is doing their job correctly or not, then also it will be a good way to check it. So for example, if we are going to say some steps means you can use that knowledge to check whether the agency is performing those steps properly or not, or they are doing something differently from what we learned. Okay. So those steps are these things. Only 6 steps. First one is goal setting and tracking. So in that, what will be learning is what specific goals should be set for online campaigns, or how do we measure it? So goals, measures. We have to set the goals which we can measure. Why? Because at the end of the campaign, we need to know whether we have achieved the goal or not, so that we can improve our next campaign. So for that monitoring, we need to measure our goals. When you are writing your goal itself, you will write it in a measurable format only. We will see what are those goals. I will also show one example of different types of goals also. Second is what response mechanism will be more effective. So when you are setting the goal itself, you have to say what is that we are expecting also. That means I have created a website. I am going to run a campaign. For example, email campaign. When the person reads the email and clicks the link what I have shared in that, what should be happening? It is going to come to our website, or it is going to go straight away to a particular brochure which is downloadable and they can see it, or it is going to go directly to a chat box likewise. So possible mechanisms, response mechanism also we will see. Next is campaign insight. This is more about research. Okay, you have a goal, you are going to run a campaign. That campaign is intended for an audience. I have to create a campaign means I need to know the audience. So just now, JK Bank sir was talking about know your customer, right? Same thing happens here. So if I am going to run a campaign for a group of people whom I want to attract, I need to know them. So there are many techniques for that. One such technique or one such term I will share with you. Okay. So what data about consumers and competitors' behavior are available to inform our decision? That step will try to answer this question. Third is segmenting and targeting. Once you have known your customers, you can't target everyone. I mean, you can't send that campaign to everyone. You have to choose a group of people from that. Then only you are going to do it. Why? Because if you are wasting your resources on everyone, possible good opportunities might be lost. So we are not going to target everyone who we know. We are going to target only few people which will maximize our return. So how do I do that? Through segmenting and targeting. So what ways I can do that? What variable I should use? That we will discuss in this step. Next is offer and message development. This is the creative part. I have set my goals. I know my customers. I know which one I am going to target also. Now what is that I am going to give to them so that they will do ultimate outcome, that is sales. Okay. So if I am a chocolate manufacturer, my goal is the customer needs to buy my chocolates. But I am going to run a campaign. That campaign needs to have some content which has to be delivered in a particular platform. What content I should offer, in which platform I should offer. That we have to decide, and that will be done in that step. How do we specify our offer and key message? Offer means what is the value you are going to provide. In classic term, it can be a product or message, the content. Here in the Cadbury side, the message is don't just, the message is help the local retailer also. The offer is the product, Cadbury's chocolate. Okay. Sometimes it can be both, sometimes it can be only one also, no issues. Then we are going to step the next important step, that is budgeting. We have resources, but we can't spend it on everything and everyone. So we have to choose. And moreover, once you have entered into the digital marketing for improving your business, you cannot run over free accounts. That time you have to start buying your Google accounts or Facebook advertisements, Facebook for business, those kind of things. So many platforms are there. You are not going to use every platforms. You are going to allocate budget based upon the timeline where you are in the campaign and based on the market you are in, based on the products what you sell. So budgeting will be dealt with that. So how we set budgets and invest in the different forms of digital media. Finally, integration. So as I told, so far we have dealt with digital only, but we can improve our campaign success rate if we are integrating with the non-digital platforms also, traditional digital platform also. So few pointers on what is integration means and what are the other medias you can integrate. When that's it, not detailed about it. So far, any doubts? So next, all my slides or my lectures will be one of the steps of these 6 steps only. Okay. So first step, when you are setting goal, you can't have same goal for different timelines, same timelines. So sometimes you may have annual goals, sometimes you may have quarterly goals, sometimes you may have even daily goals also. At this time period, I want to post this Facebook message. You would have set that goal also. Okay. Out of which I have to expect this much number of likes. That also is a goal. Per day likes. Second thing is campaign specific. Just like this campaign is for that Diwali season. Sometimes you may want to launch a new product. For that new launch, you may run your campaign. Or if you are starting a new business in a particular location, that time also you may want to launch a campaign. So annual campaign is there. For that you have a goal, and sometimes even specific campaigns are run and you have to write specific goals for that also. So when I say goals, I said you have to write measurable goals. So you need some measures, metrics. So there are few metrics I will list. So at the bottom level, you have visitors. This is all talking about digital service only. So you have a website and that website is providing some services. That is the assumption here. So visitors, how many people are coming to your website? That's the first level, volume. Okay. Second level is quality. So there are unique visitors. How many of them are converting? Converting means how many of them are interested in buying your products. So for example, if I am providing in our university level, we offer many products. Our main products is programs. Like this Advanced-MDP, we have many MDPs for corporate people. So if I am creating a micro website to list out what are the programs we are offering, some of them may visit it and many of them may leave. So those who are interested in knowing more about our programs, list of programs, they will enter their email address, phone number, name and try to download a particular brochure which we offer. So that conversion from visitors to leads, those who are interested in making their purchase, will be the second level, quality. Second thing is dealt with advertisements. So I have that website. I have a website. How many of them are coming from third-party website? Google search ads or Yahoo banner ads, all of those things. I have advertised using a display ad. If they click and come to my website, then it is called cost click. I have spent 1,000 rupees on that display ad. For that 1,000 rupees, how many people have clicked it? Usually it is cost per 1,000 impressions. Okay, that is the third level. Next is acquisition. That is how many of them are subscribed to my channel or my website or my services. Okay, so visitors, the potential lead, how many of them are interested? How many came from advertisements, display advertisement, what I shared in referral websites, and this one is how many people are actually subscribed to it or bought the service from me. Okay, so those are the quantitative levels. Above that becomes a little bit abstract level. So I have run a campaign, I have invested this much amount of money. What is the return on that? So that comes under the campaign level, and then a little bit abstract level goes. This is where now it is moving away from digital market itself. It goes to brand level. So I am a Cadbury's brand. How many of them are aware about my brand is going for this campaign? Or how many of them are aware about that celebration package? That is brand level. Awareness, familiarity, all those things. And finally, lifetime value of the customers. In the case of Cadbury's, it is one-time transaction only, but many times it is a continuous transaction. Okay, so if I aggregate these continuous transactions, I can estimate what is the value he will give for the estimated timeline. Mostly in subscription business like telecom and all, we have this. So even retail stores have this. If I have a loyalty card, through that loyalty card I will know what are the purchases have been made by a particular person. How long he have been in my visiting my retail stores. Number of orders, frequency of the orders, amount he spent on those orders, all those data I will have. Using that I can estimate, okay, this customer is more valuable than this customer because he has made this much amount of purchase, this much amount of orders in this much amount of time period. So that will be my ultimate goal. Okay, so different measures are there. And by the way, each of these measures are max. Unique visitors. How do you calculate? That is there. I don't want to bore you with that mathematics, so I will leave you with this. So
Can you explain more about loyalty card?
Yes.
More, in detail. How they work? Do we have to link with fintech or?
loyalty card comes under promotion, sales promotion specifically. So I have a business. I want to keep the customers coming back again and again, so that I want to give some points to it. So if they have more points, meaning they have more transaction with me, for them I am going to give discounts. That is the overall logic of the loyalty program. How you are awarding those points? What are the expected behaviors you are getting from the customers? You can define that award points. So that is the core of loyalty programs. How you are defining that awards, how you are going to give those points to the consumers. Okay, so it prepares a lot of things about that. Anything in specific you want to know about that? Because it will take longer time if I want to go in depth in that. So the keywords you can search is sales program. In that only it comes loyalty programs. You can search loyalty program itself. All subscription based business has this. Okay, so this is an example of those metrics, how it is used. I told you we have a website and that website is selling something. Okay, so in this case, if I want to say premium chocolates, not like Cadbury's, I don't know how many of you are aware about it. In Tamil Nadu, we have a region called Ooty.
Yes.
So Ooty is known for handmade chocolates. So if anyone in that handmade chocolate business have a website and decided you will get customized chocolate to gift, you can tell me what is the flavor you want, what shape you want, all those things. We'll make it and deliver it to you. If they have that surprise website to take those orders, these are the ways they can use the goal settings. So I am going to get, my ultimate aim is I need to get this much amount of sales, 1770. So for that, what is the amount of people have to be visiting my website? That means who quote the chocolate making. So my website is having websites, and in that website they can give their interest, ask for a quote, Okay, so when I visited, that is the first level. They are aware about my website, so they have visited. And then they came to my website, then they have interested in my chocolate making, therefore they are asking for a quotation. When the sales is made, they will become the customers. So different styles, different conversions are there. From visiting to lead generation to final outcome sales. What is the conversion rate? So these are the conversion rates. How many people they have visited, out of which how many people are interested in my chocolates. Likewise, is given. So using this, you can develop goals. There are 5 different goals you can write for your digital campaign. First one is audience or traffic building. Okay, we'll again assume the same chocolate making website itself. Anyone who is nearby that location can quote for the chocolates. So, how many audience you are expected to visit that website? Achieve 1,000 unique visitors. That will be my goal within a year. So, in writing goals, it has to be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, timeline. Okay, reachable and timeline, reliable and timeline. So here it is clearly 1 lakh visitors I am expecting from for the website in 1 year. Next is conversion or interaction goals. So I have a web form. Whoever is interested in my website or my chocolates can enter that form and make an appointment or make a quotation, ask for a quotation. So how many people are doing that? So that will be my second type of goal. Encourage trial. I can give 10% conversion rate from that unique visitors. Third type of goal is third party site reach or branding goals. Okay. So each targeted audience 50,000 during the campaign. I'm going to give advertisements to other websites for my chocolate making website. From that, how many I am going to expect? That is what this type of goal is. Fourth type of goal is multi-channel marketing goal. I'm not only selling this chocolates through this website alone. Okay. I will finish this and a half. So I'm not going to sell this chocolate through only website. I'm going to use direct also. So they can come to me directly and ask for a chocolate. That is also possible. Or I can give a radio advertisements. Or I can give it in a local television advertisements. All those things are possible. So I want to track all those things. Direct, radio, local radio station, local televisions, newspapers. These are all different channels. Okay. Coupled with digital marketing. That is already I have a website. And there are other digital forms also. Website, email, social media. In social media, different platforms are there. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, many. So these many multi-channels are there for the customers to reach. I want to check in across those channels how many people are coming to me. That is my multi-channel marketing goals. Finally, you have long-term engagement goals. That is not as specific as these things. It is more of abstract level. I told you, brand awareness, brand familiarity, brand loyalty, all those things. Brand loyalty is in this context is, if I ask you, will you be interested in buying my product? If the retail store says it is out of stock. If you say I don't want to make the purchase, then he is loyal to my product. Okay, so those kind of abstract level is the fifth one. You can achieve that level also through digital marketing campaign. So if you check the Cadbury's ad, this is for long-term brand engagement goal only. In that ad, their objective is not to sell their celebration chocolate, but they want to have a positive image about their brands. So that is a long-term brand goals. Any doubts so far? So these are the response mechanisms I was talking about earlier. So I am going to give a email campaign. When I click that link in that email campaign, what should happen? So there are 5 possible ways you can respond. First one is homepage. Second one is micro landing website. So if I am giving it for my own website www.ootychocolates.com, that's my website. If I am having a micro website specifically for a campaign,
Landing.
then it is a separate micro website. That can also be possible. Or I can ask them to go to a YouTube page or a Facebook page and ask them to like that page, so that they can have a continuous communication with me. So that is local companies' social media presence. Many options are there. Or they can go for a chat or call back. So when they click it, a chat box opens and starts asking questions. That is also a possible response you can give. Or finally, you can go for offlines. Get the number or make a call using phone, all those things. So these are the possible response you can attach with your campaign. So both things should be there in the goals itself. Any doubts here? No? This is the second step. It's a detailed step, but I can't show you all the details. And it is more of analytics. Okay. So if you already have a website and you have a list, some numbers of visitors, means through cookies you can track those visitors. Okay. You can track them, where they are coming from, what is the IP address they have used. Using those IP address you can track their location, and if they have logged in, you can get more information from that login credentials. Okay, so those informations are there. Using that you can identify what are the characteristics of your customers. So that is all here in the campaign insights. You are going to run a campaign, means you need to know about who is your target customers. So that process is called client discovery process. It is what are the ways you can do research, try to get information from it. The good thing about this stage is you don't have to do it all by yourself. There are many third-party websites which will provide service as a service to you. Google itself is one such website. Or if you check Facebook for business, they will say if you want to post a campaign in the Facebook, what audience you want, what age group you want, what gender they must be. All those things you can specify. Those things can be helpful for you, and they will suggest few things for you also. These kind of people are more liking towards this type of products also, because they have the likes of various things also. Okay, so that is client discovery process. In that you need to know about these things. If you have a site, who is your audience, who are they, what do they do in that. Second is buying behavior. If you have a purchase, you have a shopping cart and purchase page, what kind of a people who have purchased it, from where they are coming from, all those details. And then media consumptions. So you are going to go for a campaign in which different medias are going to be involved. So you need to know what is the media they are watching it. So if you all have same media consumption, means it's easy for me, but it is not the case in real. Some people may be more interested in watching YouTube videos. Some people may be more interested in reading news. Some people may be more interested in sharing WhatsApp messages. So each of these are different medias. As per us, we need to know which one is consumed by my target audience. And then their search behaviors. What is that they are searching for, all those things. And then competitors. Competitors' campaign activities and competitors' performance. These are the things you need to know at this step. Next step is segmenting and targeting. So you know these are the visitors and these are the characteristics of the visitor. Their online buying behavior, their search pattern, their media consumption. All these three things you know. but you are going to target only few people in that, not everyone. So how do I select that few people? There are different methods of selecting them, and these are the common methods. You can select either by the relationship with the company. If you are a new customer to the company, you may be interested in developing the long-term relationship. But if you are already having a long-term relationship with the customer, they are regular buyers of my products, more discounts to them than talking about the product features and all. Maybe if new product is introduced, I will talk to them about that. So new purchasers or already have the purchase, all those things. Second is the most common one, demographic details. Using demographics, I can classify the customers into various groups, age-wise, gender-wise, region-wise, all those things. And then target, okay, I want to target 35 to 40 age group, or I want to target 18 to 20 age group alone. That is the second is psychographics, likes. So if they are interested in a particular movie types, I want to target those people, those who are interested in that movie type. Because since it is chocolate related, actually there is one famous movie in Malayalam, Prem. Okay, so there is a cute scene in that movie where the hero will give red velvet cake to the heroine. After that, many red velvet cakes start sales gone up, and many bakery starters to add it in their menu. Okay, so psychographic will tell you, okay, these kind of interested people might be interested in my products. So I am a baker means now I will have to check who and all like Prema movie. Okay, then value systems, what they have, life cycle stages, in which life cycle they are in, family man, single, those things, and finally behavior itself. What kind of a behavior they have, online, offline, all those things. In digital media, it is mostly search behaviors. So using this, you can select with the age group of 18 to 25 who like these kind of things, cooking, shopping, doing extreme sports, traveling. These are the psychographic profile, and they have a behavior to search for these things related informations. I can profile them, and then I can target them. So this is the activity I have planned for. Anyone interested in knowing that? I will skip this activity. These are the possible platforms you are going to use in your digital marketing campaign. So the list is given here. SEO, search engine optimization, Facebook, influencers and PR. That means you can ask some famous personality in social media to talk about your products. And then Google Ads itself. It has Google Ads, AdSense, shopping, many products are there. Please explore all these products. Then Twitter, blogging itself, and then LinkedIn. LinkedIn is also a very good way of even consumer products. Traditionally, it is considered for a B2B jobs like that only, but even for consumer products, it can be used. I have seen it. And then finally, Instagram also. But these are the generic names I have given here, but there are specific different types also. It has been classified into based on effectiveness and cost involvement. So lower quadrant, the bottom axis is about how much that platform has the ability to convert a customer who is interested in buying the product to an actual customer itself. That is what this word means. Potential lead to sales calls. Potential lead means number of people who are interested in your product. They are called prospective customers or leads. How much this platform has the ability to convert them into a sales, actual sales itself. So these platforms has high potential to convert them into a sales. And these platforms has low conversion rate. On the x-axis, we have cost involvement. So lower means you have high return on investments. You can spend little much amount on these platforms, but you will get more return. On the top sides, you have low return on investment, meaning you have to spend a lot of money, but still you won't get that much amount of returns. So based on that, you can divide the platforms into 4 groups: wasteful media, slow and steady media, high cost volume driver media, and star performer media. If you are a digital marketer, you should target these platforms. So these are the star platforms which will give you maximum potential to convert the prospects to sales, and also with high return on investments. Okay, so those platforms are Google Ads, organic reach, Google Shopping, that is a part of Google itself, and then ad smart bidding, again part of Google itself, and then blog marketing, organic reach in Twitter, and the SEO, search engine optimization. Okay. So based on this, you can also define your aims also. So all the 4 quadrants and aims are given here. So for star performers, the aim is here to add more focus on sales volume further. Okay. The next step is offer message development or content development. This is the most important part in digital marketing campaign, because digital marketing heavily relies on content. So content marketing, you would have heard content is the king, right? So that is because of this only. Earlier slide showed you which platform will give you more sales per investment. So this content is what really going to do that. So here you have different ways of making the customers to come to your website. Okay, through various content. Can anyone list few contents? That will be my second activity. Quickly you tell few things. Let's see whether that is there in my slide or not. Can you suggest any content we have seen? Any brands or anything what you have seen in the social media, sponsored one, which made you to think, okay, that's a nice content, let me share it. Not from your relatives or friends, from brands or any business. Just make a guess. Let's see whether it is there or not. I have next slide. I have list all the things. No. So these are the list of contents you would have seen: a celebrity endorsement, a competition, a quiz, a seminar, a webinar. These are the categories, types of contents you can create. So as an institute, my way of connecting with the potential student is through webinars. I give free webinars to the students. If they like it, they want to learn more about it, therefore they will come to my MDP. That is my objective. So I can use any of these different content types to give it free as a hook to attract them to my platform or my website. So that is my objective. Clear? So just go through these contents. If you have any doubts in any one of the contents, you can ask. The most common thing you would have seen is celebrity endorsements. Definitely you would have seen. Huh? No one? Yes. So nowadays celebrity endorsements are not even celebrities itself. Some key influential person in online social media itself can be a person. So for finance and all, you have n number of lists.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you in the session. I guess some of you have to take bus before 1. They will be getting, because their buses go by 4:30.
Okay. Then we will stop.
I understand sir got a very, say the time that was allotted to him could not be done. But anyhow, we have our certain, because it's a winter time and the buses go by. Those that, but we'll have a quick snap with this sir, right? Because as is the norm with us, we'll have a very quick. I would like Dr. Mustaf, MA Lone sir is here. I would like him to felicitate our guest of today. That is Dr. Raj. Thank you. Group photograph.
Yeah. I'd love that.
Sir, sir, you could have minimized reflection. You could have minimized it. Yeah. That's something like that. कोई black थे बस ये थी Eso de papa, fora papa, reunião, planejar deixa de papa, mas as mãos, bastante. Should not miss this pain. Sim. Já vou direito aqui, deixa eu abrir aí. É aqui, ali embaixo. Sorry. Yes, thank you. Thank you all. Dr. Ramaj.
I go to my screen.
Okay. I'll be sharing these pics.